Welcome, everyone. Welcome to the Puck Drops here. Peter Fifen, of course. And we have got the Raiders and the Chargers. Raiders just firing their defensive coordinator, and they've got a lot of injuries. Raiders would be almost eliminated from the playoffs and need a ton of help if they lose this game. If they lose this game, they might actually, mathematically, they could get eliminated on Sunday. I'm not sure how that works. But hey, Josh, what's going on? The Raiders and the Chargers will be playing tonight. And let me just get my goal horn set up for that as well. There we go. Got that going. And also, unlike the last time where I was kind of behind with my broadcast because of the computer was slow, for the Thursday night games, I actually have a TV in my room that my TV in my room doesn't have not Kings. Not the Kings. That is the Rams. You'll have to wait and see who the Chargers are if they score a touchdown or a late field goal that would be a game winner or game tire. No, it is not the Kings, but you will have to wait and see what that is. Here we go. We're about to kick off in Vegas. Chargers and Raiders. A tight divisional matchup. The Raiders won off of a technicality the last time in LA, and here we go. It'll be caught in the end zone and a touchback by Jalen Richard, which is going to take no time off the clock and bring out Derek Carr in the Raider offense. Yes, it is LA. You're going to have to wait and see, though. You're going to have to wait and see. It's LA like their horn. You're going to just have to wait and see. Here is Carr handing off to Richard. No, excuse me, to Jacobs. Josh Jacobs from Alabama. He'll get about a yard or two. Just want to let you know also on Saturday, I know I let Josh know this, but it's on Saturday at noon Eastern and 9 a.m. Pacific. We will have our next stream, which is going to be Texas A&M's final regular season game. Their final home game got canceled against Mississippi. It'll be their final regular season game against another division team, Tennessee, and then we'll see if they can get into the playoff. If not, they'll have a really good bowl game. Might even get the Rose Bowl. There's a handoff that went about 2 yards, and it's third down. The Raiders are 12th in rushing, 14th in passing, and 14th overall. An average team in the playoff ranks, but right now in the hunt, and that Baltimore win did not help them. Carr in the shotgun. If anybody's wondering, I don't know if my dad's watching this game because he's dealing with something. So I don't know if he's watching it, but hopefully. Here's Carr finally getting the late snap. Carr out of the pocket, throws incomplete into the Raider bench. No flags, and the Chargers force a 3-and-out, much to the dismay of the Raider quarterback. So LA's going to get the ball back, and the Raiders, for much of they have struggled as Derek Carr is showing his displeasure with Coach Gruden, have been actually quite efficient on third down. So now the Raiders will punt. And this one actually is pretty good. Past the 15-yard line, taken past the 20 and returned to the 22 by Hill Jr. for the Chargers. And here comes the rookie out of Oregon, Justin Herbert, who actually waited a year to come out to the draft. And that's what I thought he should have done. And it was a good decision because he's had a solid season. He's had some turnovers this year, but I think it's more the benefactor of that The Chargers are one of the worst teams offensively in the league, and they're just not a good team. Less on him. Usually it's the other way around where the team's good, but the quarterback's young. Here's the handoff, and that goes about 2 yards. Austin Ekeler, longtime Charger, and it'll be second and long, although he got some yards on the carry. Second and 7, he got 3 yards. Herbert under center. He gets the snap, fakes the handoff. Herbert throws Ekeler. Ekeler pushes. First down, Chargers. And the Raiders were not able to take him down. Crosby, none of them. Hold on 1 second. All right, we're back on first down and 10 for the Chargers. A sweep for Ekeler. Ekeler gets pounded down before he got to the first down line. Good play by one of the Raider linebackers. And that'll lose some yards. I don't know the name of who did it, but they're showing the defensive players. Raekwon McMillan, actually either rookie this year or rookie last year, he was the guy that made the stop and did the old fist pump to the ground like this. Second and 10. They said Ekeler got to the line. They had pressure, but he was able to get it out to Keenan Allen, and it was almost a sack, but Keenan Allen could not get to the line of scrimmage, so that will be lost yards, and it's third down. Good pressure on the corner blitz, but as Crosby hit Herbert, a good decision to get it out, so it was not a sack, even though Keenan Allen lost a yard. I'll answer your question right after this drive. Here is Herbert. Justin Herbert, they pressure, thrown. He got a first down right over the middle. Cool, calm, collected, and confident. Justin Herbert right to the tight end. Think Henry. And that will move the chains for the Chargers in hostile territory. Which team set the record for fewest short-handed goals allowed in a season, team, and year? I'm going to guess the Canadians, and I'm going to guess in 1987. Here is Herbert under center. The ball is at the Charger 46. So they are marching. Here is Herbert. He gives over to Ekeler. Ekeler spins past the tackle. I think he got to the 49 of the Chargers. And it'll be second down. That's a good movement. Oh, it's very recent. Lightning 2018? That would be my guess there. Here are the inactives for Vegas. Offensive coordinator inactive, Greg Olson. No Henry Ruggs, and who's their fastest player on the team, and there were a few others that I wasn't able to list. Most of them are COVID lists, but some actual physical football injuries. Here's Herbert throwing out of the gap. He got a first down and into Raider territory. It's Johnson who used his speed to fool the Raider corners, who are not really the most disciplined in the league. It's earlier than this. 2015 Flames. That's my guess. You're going to have to give me some hints. Carl Joseph, a guy that usually gets down the line, and he sometimes will bite on these plays. Herbert under center. Ball at the Raider 32. Handoff over to Eckler. Or excuse me, not Eckler. But the running back lost a ton of yards, almost back to the 40-39. Kwiatkowski, the one that went to the line. I want year and I want division. Rod Marinelli with an injured defense is trying to gear his team on a Charger team that wants revenge against them. He found the tall target, Herbert, standing in there. But it's still third down. It didn't allow him with the shoestring tackle, didn't allow him to get loose to the first down marker. 25 touchdown passes for a struggling Charger team for Justin Herbert, the fourth most by a rookie in NFL history. He waited to go in. The NFL, as I had said, of course, 2014 Central, Chicago Blackhawks. And he's been fantastic, Justin Herbert has. Here's Herbert stepping up, throwing, and Keenan Allen is going to get into the red zone. On third down, he gets to the Raider 11. And now the first down marker is at the Raider 1-yard line. Again, my answer was Blackhawks. One of the more targeted guys, too. Here's Herbert. Herbert steps up. Hands off. Eckler just gets to the line of scrimmage. Think they're going to give him no gain. And it's second down. Also, they've bled this clock dry. It's still the first quarter, but we're sitting at 6:20 and counting. Kept Derek Carr on the sideline. This is the 12th play of this Charger drive. It's an awesome drive for the Chargers. Minnesota Wild, I guess. It also makes sense because they had a pretty good team then. Over to Hunter Henry! He scores! Touchdown, Chargers! He made the move on the one corner, took a hit, got in. And you see there, in the corner, Wilson stepped up. They're not going to beat a tight end like that with only two guys back. It's a big time for Hunter Henry, who is going to give the Chargers the lead. I'll explain it right after this show. And yes, it is the Ducks. It is a touchdown. Here's the extra point. Kick is good. And the Chargers take a 7-0 lead with 5:56 left in the first. Justin Herbert with an awesome drive after the Raiders did not do good on their first drive on a 3-and-out. All right. I've actually been to Anaheim. I'll explain. Anaheim is actually a suburb of Los Angeles, and it's very close by. It's only about 5 minutes outside of what is basically called LA. Anaheim is technically part of Los Angeles anyway, owned by Los Angeles. And, of course, the Ducks are, even though they won the Cup first, they are seen as and Anaheim as well, the little brother of LA, as the Chargers are as well. And so we could technically say that the Chargers and the Ducks are both LA sports teams, even though the Ducks, like the Angels, are Anaheim. Anaheim is an LA suburb, so I have that permission. Now I got a guess who it is. He said it's a rival of Chicago. It's not the Blues, and the Red Wings are not in the Central in 2014 or in 2013 after June. So, trying to think, and you said it wasn't the Wild, and you said it's not the Blues. So, I'm trying to think of who else that would be. All right, I'll guess the Predators, but in 2014, they only had one playoff series at this point, and I don't really consider them at that point a rival, but I'll guess the Predators. It is? Okay, well, they hadn't beaten the Blackhawks in the playoff series, and they hadn't had that playoff series yet where they beat them in where they beat them in 2015, or not where they beat them, but they lost to the Blackhawks in 2015 after being down 3-0. I mean, they were still kind of rivals a little bit, but they're now like huge rivals, I would say. But that actually makes sense for that to be the answer because of how good their franchise has been defensively and goaltending wise. And you have to remember, I believe at that point Barry Trotz was still the head coach, or he might have just left. Actually, if it was if it was the 13 to 14 season, I think it was his last year as a coach of the Predators. But anyway, so I'm going to show how the season went with the Raiders. They started 6-3, but they've been 1-3. They're the only team in the league, even though they lost to them. They're the only team in the league to have beaten the Chiefs. I believe it was in Kansas City as well. So now the Raiders, which narrowly beat the Chargers because of a drop in the end zone that still looked like a touchdown to me, had a horrible drive and gave up a really good one for the Chargers. Throw over the middle. He finds Jacobs. Jacobs pushes close to midfield. I think he got to the 47-yard line. Pretty good play by Derek Carr there, and the Raiders move the chains. First and 10 for Vegas. Derek Carr signaling. Actually, he did not get to the 45-yard line. Yeah. Just past the 40 to the 42 of the Raiders. Hands off to Jacobs. Jacobs is going to run. Still going past the Charger 40. Josh Jacobs has found his calling. First down, Raiders. Probably 1996 Panthers, but okay, fire away. If it's about the rat, I probably won't get the player right, but I know about that whole thing. So they're now at the 38 of the Chargers. Here's Derek Carr, pressured a little. He'll throw out of bounds. That will bounce into the Chargers sideline. The first play on this drive that did not convert into a first down, even though on both plays it looked like they were going to lose yards at first because Jacobs was met by a tackler to begin both first down plays. But this one will be the first second down to start the second down on this drive after they went on the 3-and-out on the last one. I wonder if maybe they score here and tie the game, but it's a shorter drive. Like the Chargers spread a long drive, methodical to score touchdowns. Here's Jacobs. He got 3 yards and then ran into a mass of humanity. Big Charger defensive lineman. It'll be third down. .356 left in the first. Oh, that was the question? Oh, that's easy. That was way too easy. And Derek Carr throws. Derek Carr has a target to the 5-yard line. Nelson Aguilar, the former Eagle, first and goal Raiders. The Vegas Raiders just like that. Here's Carr. Handoff to Jacobs. Got about 2 yards. And it'll be second and goal. Carr in the shotgun. Hands off to Jacobs. Gets maybe a yard, but doesn't get to the end zone. Third and goal, 7 plays, 73 yards. This has gone 4 minutes and 20. Here's Derek Carr getting out of there. Derek Carr is forced to go out of bounds, but he's limping. He's limping, and it doesn't look good. Derek Carr was going to rush to the end zone, but he was forced out of bounds, and he lost yards, but he immediately started gimpily limping on one foot, and he felt it when he turned, and this isn't good. We won't know when he will come back into this game, if he will come back into this game. He was tearing with a lot of speed, and then he turned and immediately started hopping on a limp. Raiders are going to go for a field goal here with less than a minute to go in the first. Kick is good, and the Raiders are within 4, but this drive started incredible, and it has ended disastrously. The Raiders may have lost their quarterback, but they trail by 4. Who is on the helicopter line, and why is it called the helicopter line? I can't even guess. You're going to have to give me the team. Yeah, you're going to definitely have to give me the team. Sharks? Oh. There could be a bunch of players. I'm going to guess Heatley, Marlowe, Pavelski. Is that it? And they were a helicopter line because they cycled or something? I really couldn't tell you. I have a hockey line question. Pavelski, correct. Okay, so it's that era. It's not the mid-90s Sharks of the Misfits that made those runs, upsetting teams like the Red Wings, almost upsetting the Leafs and the Flames. So it's Pavelski. It's not Heatley, and it's not Marlowe. Okay. Ryan Clough, Thornton. Those are my two guesses, and there's no way I'm gonna get. There's no way I'm gonna get why they were called the helicopter line. But my player guess is gonna be Ryan Clough and Patrick Marleau. Or no, not Patrick Marleau. Joe Thornton. They're showing some of the great Chargers there. So not Clough. I didn't think it would have been Thornton, but I really thought Clough. I had a feeling on Clough. Boyle? Dan Boyle? Is that one as well? So 9 plays, 70 yards, 501. The Raiders could not punch it into the end zone and lost yards on third downs. They had to go settle for a field goal. But I really don't think that's not really what hurt them the most on that drive. What was horrible for the Raiders on that drive, as they finally tumble and take down the Charger kick returner, was that they might have lost their quarterback for extended time. Derek Carr was limping. I'll have to see what happens next. Chargers have the ball, though, right now. It's not easy for me at all. I have no idea. What? What? Yeah, I have no idea why they'd be called the helicopter line. If you're done with that question, though, I have a question I want to ask you on lines, on hockey lines. Here is Herbert throwing screen, got around the side, and then for a few more yards, Hill Jr. again. It'll be second down. And a penalty, the first of the game, is coming up. See if this maybe is a holding against the Chargers. A false start against the Chargers. And it's the first penalty of the game, and it comes against the offense, which has been very good. Yes, tell both, and then I want to ask my question. Second and 10. Here's Herbert throwing. He's got a man in the middle of the field. And it was Johnson who got it to move the chains for the Chargers. And it's first and 10 close to midfield. Marcus Mariota is getting ready for a possible series for the Raiders. And the Chargers will have their first down coming up to begin the second quarter. Chargers 7, Raiders 3. Willie Mitchell, Wellwood. I remember them, but I didn't remember if they played with Pavelski. Helicopter line must have been around like the 06, 07. And they had like Jeremy Roenick, where they had a lot of older players, but they still had a pretty young team. Yeah, that must have been when that was around. Okay, so, oh yeah, before I ask you my question, tell me why they were called the helicopter line. Because I don't understand how that would be. Pretty fast first quarter. First quarter usually doesn't go so fast that it's only 30 minutes in and the first quarter's been done. That usually doesn't happen. And they're called this way because there are no wings, so it's not an airplane, but a hell. Oh, because it centers. Oh, that's. That's stupid. All right. I thought Joe Pavelski played wing in his career sometime. I don't. Whatever. All right. Here's my question. I think you might get the offensive players. This is always tough. You probably know who the grind line is. Not to be disguised with the crash line, but I want the grind line. I want the three offensive players that were on the grind line. You probably know it, but I'll tell you. Even it'll make it easier, but I'll tell you. The grind line were in the Red Wings with the 1990s and the 2000s. But you also have to tell me who were the two defensemen that usually played, not in the 2000s, but in the 90s with the grind line. So tell me the three players on the Detroit Red Wings grind line and the two defensemen that played the most minutes with the grind line in the 90s. All right, Chargers have the ball, 2nd and 7, and they have not snapped the ball yet, letting it. No, they must have actually. Well, I wasn't looking at the TV, but they got 3 yards apparently. That makes sense because the second quarter is not going to start until you call a play. No timeouts have been called yet. Here's a handoff, stuffed short of the 50-yard line, but he got about 4 yards past the line of scrimmage. It will be 3rd down. So again, the question is, name the three players. Draper and Maltby are definitely there. I know that. Yes, Chris Draper and Kirk Maltby are two of them. So you're missing the last offensive player, and you're missing the center, and you're missing the two defensemen that played with them the most. An incomplete pass on 3rd down to the sideline, and that was Herbert right down there, just a little too low. Kwiatkowski was in coverage. So the Chargers will have to punt. The punt will be taken right to the 15. Joe Kocur played some time on the grind line in late 1997 and early 1998, but he is not really. He's known as he played in the grind line. And those guys be, oh, remember you played with Joey? But Joe Kocur is not universally known as the guy on the grind line, the major guy. Technically, you can say that, but I'm not putting him that. So that would be incorrect, even though he played sometime. Again, you're looking for the center, and you're looking for the two defensemen that played the most time with them. But you got Maltby and you got Draper correct. Absolutely. So just the Raiders just got the ball back, so we're just waiting for that right now. Commercial. This should not be hard for this. Yeah, it's McCarty. It's McCarty. Again, as I said, Joe Kocur played with them the most, or not the most. He played a little bit, and he played center a little bit with them. He was usually their center when McCarty would get injured, or in the penalty box. But Darren McCarty was the main center. So now comes the tricky part: the two defensemen. There's one defenseman that would make sense to be on both that played the most with the grind line. There's one defenseman that makes sense that he would play the grindy style with the grind line, and there's one that doesn't make sense. But both of them played the most out of any Red Wing out. Lidstrom, yes, is one. That's the one that doesn't make sense, and because he wasn't that grindy of a player. Not to say he wasn't a great player. I believe he's the greatest defenseman that ever walked the earth, better than Bobby Orr, but Bobby Orr too. But there's a handoff that goes about a yard. But Lidstrom, yes, played the most, and you're looking for the other defenseman, and then that defenseman would make sense. Would make sense. Like Draper, though. This is just like Draper on the grind line, where this Red Wings player was just like Draper, where he was not drafted by Detroit. So that can help you with that. Here is Marcus Mariota throwing a bomb on the run. I think he got him in bounds. He did. What a throw to the tight end. Marcus Mariota still has the juice in him. No Derek Carr because of the injury. Two-toe sideline tap. Fantastic. What great work. And that'll be a catch for the Raiders to move the chains. And if you didn't hear me, Lidstrom was correct. First and 10, close to the Raider 40. Handoff to Jacobs for a few yards, right to the 40. And it'll be second down. I didn't even think of that. They just brought this up. The quarterbacks playing right now, since Carr was injured, actually both went to the same alma mater, University of Oregon. Marcus Mariota and Justin Herbert, and I think actually played with each other played on the same team, with each other for a little bit. Mariota, I think Herbert was a freshman. Mariota was a senior. Throw over the middle, close to the 45-yard line. Raiders move the chains again. I need a hint on the second defenseman. He was a Toronto Maple Leaf. Also got the series winner in Game 6 of the 98 conference final against Dallas. Those are huge hints. Here's Marcus Mariota going to call his own number. Mariota spins. Mariota, first down, Raiders. All right. Give me a second. I have to go over here, and I'll be right back. So there's your hint. All right, we're back. 10:18 left. The Raiders have had a little bit of a problem getting back into this game, but now they have tied at 6 with first downs. And a handoff to Jacobs. I don't know if he got to the line, but he definitely didn't get anything after that. It'll be second down. Past 10 minutes. $128 total yards for Vegas, 106 for the Chargers, 6 rushing yards for the Chargers, 43 for the Raiders, 85 passing yards for the Raiders, 100 for LA, and that's where LA was able to do well. Yes, Larry Murphy. That is the guy. There's your grind line. Throw down to the end zone. Touchdown Raiders! What a throw by Mariota! First touchdown in weeks and weeks and weeks for Darren Waller. And the Raiders lead by 2. I thought the game 6 would have given it away. What a throw by Marcus Mariota to Darren Waller. And then the sideline goes to the pylon, and the Raiders are going to try to take a 3-point lead here. They will. Mariota, a long bomb to Darren Waller, and then the extra point by Carlson, the former Auburn Tiger. 10-7, Vegas. Fedorov got the insurance goal to make it 2-0, but Murphy's, with a fantastic pass by Eiserman, was the 1-0 goal. I remember specifically, well, not remember, I wasn't alive then, but like looking at the game again, Gary Thorne's great call on that. Again for Murphy, Larry Murphy, just a fantastic call. But he had the game winner. That was also after, that was game 6. That was, I think, a day or two after game 5, where Chris Osgood with the series up by 3-1. And if he made a few saves and relied on his teammates, they would have went to the final, where he gave up the overtime goal to the future New Jersey Devil, Jamie Langenbrunner, while giving up that shot from center ice to extend the series, that they thought that Belfour was the more accomplished and the better goalie, even though he had his erratic tendencies. And that was the game where Osgood made some just spectacular saves in that. Some spectacular saves in that series. And, you know, Belfour let a few fluky ones go by him, and that was kind of the story of that game as well. So, yeah, 96, the 96 conference final, Dallas and Detroit, was really, really fun. I mean, Detroit wasn't the second best team regular season in the West. That was Colorado, but Colorado was already done at that point because they had lost in the first round to Edmonton. So by the time you get to the second round, the 2 best teams since Colorado had been upset in the West is Dallas and Detroit. And Detroit took down St. Louis, and Dallas outlasted Edmonton. So the thought was, when Colorado got upset, everyone wants to see, I mean, Buffalo is cool, but the Devils had already lost, and the Senators were kind of a bad team that just got hot at the right time. Everybody wanted to see, when Colorado lost, Dallas and Detroit. And when they got to see that conference final, it was really fun. In fact, not until game 5, and that was the only game of the Western Conference Final series that happened, had a lead changed hands. And it only happened twice. In the second period, when the Red Wings took a 2-1 lead after being down 1-0, that kick will go for a touchback, Chargers to the 25. And then when the Stars tied it and then won it, well, not tied it, but when they won it in overtime with Langenbrunner. Who was the first player to get 100 points in a season? I'm not giving the era that would give it away. Gordie Howe? That would be my guess, Gordie Howe. Here's a shotgun snap for Herbert, and he gave a handoff, which almost got to the first down marker. Second and short. Not him. All right. Rocket Richard. Maurice Rocket Richard. $8:57 left in the second. Second and 2. Chargers trail for the first time today. Herbert in the shotgun. Troyman made a very good point. I watched some great documentaries on Al Davis, and he was talking about how the late, great, rest in peace, Al Davis. No, let me just make a first guess again. I'll guess Bobby Orr, because I know he got 128 points in a season. Anyway, he loved great physical teams and great fast teams, and they're talking about how he loved his teams to play fast, and he would have loved the Henry Ruggs draft pick. And absolutely. And Henry, to his credit, Ruggs is a physical receiver and a fast one. First down thrown by Herbert, and the Chargers will move the chains. So the guess is Orr, because I know that Bobby Orr, he has the most points by any defenseman actually in a season with 128. Not Bobby Orr. Okay, so it's got to be earlier in the 70s. It's not Gordie Howe. It's not Rocket Richard. Is it Jean Beliveau? That would be my guess. Here is Herbert getting out. Justin Herbert still throwing on the run to Hunter Henry. What a throw past the Raider 40. And the Chargers are in to Raider territory. I will tell you 60s. Okay. Guy Lafleur? Is it Guy Lafleur? Here is Herbert throwing, deflected by the line, almost intercepted. Almost intercepted, and it probably would have been going the other way. Carl Nassib helped as well. And after all the momentum by the Chargers, the Raiders almost made the Chargers pay deep in deep costs on that one. Eckler is back on the field. Phil Esposito would be my guess here. Here is Herbert giving the ball up the middle. We got pushing and shoving. Some Raiders come in. Some Chargers come in. Herbert as well. But it doesn't look like there's going to be anything manifesting, even though these teams have this huge rivalry. 3rd and 6 coming up. It is Esposito. Okay, cool. $5:50 to go in the second quarter. Raiders up by 3. Chargers try to keep this great drive going. Herbert throwing on the run, and he got a first down. Almost got sacked low, but Kwiatkowski just isn't there to grab the ball away from Henry. It is a first down. All right, I got a good question. And I'll wait till after this drive to ask you, because I think they'll go right to commercial. Here is Herbert. He pitches a little sweep away, and going right after he went past the line of scrimmage. It got blown up. The Chargers faced a second down instead of a big first down gain. They went with the trickery, and the Raiders gave up about 2, but they gave 4, but that's about it. They could have given up a lot more. It's 2nd and 6. Justin Herbert at the 21-yard line. They go with the pitch. They get to the line. As Joyner hit Balaj. Oregon USC is playing tomorrow at 7. Northwestern and Ohio State also at that's the Big Ten Championship at Saturday. It doesn't look like it's going to happen, but we are going to be huge Northwestern fans because if Northwestern can win, that will give Texas A&M a huge chance to get into the playoff. And that'll be on Saturday. But I won't be streaming that game. I'll be streaming the Texas A&M game on ESPN, which you'll be able to watch that day. Here's Herbert. Herbert getting out of a sack. Justin Herbert throwing on the run. First down. Chargers. And it might be 1st and goal for Guyton, who catches the pass. We'll see. Does Guyton get these 2 feet down? It looked like he did. Did he, though? Yes, he absolutely did. And the thing here was Guyton, he could have said if he had dropped this ball, he could have made a case for getting held. It doesn't even matter because he caught it here. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line. Herbert handoff to Eckler, who spins and gets about 2. 3 minutes to play in the first half. Chargers trail by 3, trying to get a touchdown to retake the lead. I got a very tricky one. Okay, ask away, and I have a good one after that. Here is Herbert in the shotgun. Herbert fakes it. He'll give to Eckler, and Eckler cannot get to the end zone, but he gets a few yards short. It'll be 3rd and goal. And if the Chargers decide to snap it, it'll be the last play until the 2-minute warning. Don't know if they will, though. Oh, I don't think they're taking their time here. And no, they go to the 2-minute warning, and then the Chargers will snap the ball. All right. 2-minute warning. Raiders up by 3, but the Chargers are knocking on the door. They could take a lead. All right, so in the mid-2000s, kind of to really balance their team and create their youth and get new good players. After the Montreal Canadiens were able to make a trade and add Carey Price, who become their great goalie in the 2010s. The Montreal Canadiens made some draft pick trades on a few drafts in the mid-2000s with the New York Rangers, but actually fumbled away 2 key players in the mid-2000s that were key to the Rangers' success in the draft. 2 draft picks that have become key players. 2 that are both in the league today. Who were these 2 draft picks that Montreal could have chosen, that they had the rights to, but fumbled away to the Rangers with trades? Who were these 2 players? That's the question. Of course, they're Ranger players. Not necessarily players that play for the Rangers now, but in the mid-2000s to 2010s, they would become drafted by New York Rangers. We're just waiting right now for this Raiders-Chargers game. Week 15 this Saturday, actually, there's some NFL games, but I'm not going to stream them. I'll just watch them. All right, here are the Chargers on 3rd and goal. Herbert throwing over the head to Keenan Allen. Will there be a penalty flag? There will not be a penalty flag. It's 4th and goal. It stops the clock with 1:56. And the field goal unit is out. We know that the special teams have, in the Chargers' history, have been pretty inefficient. They kicked the field goal either last week or the week before that, I forget which, to win the game. But they have had issues before. Extra point here. Or not extra point, but it looks like extra point. It's actual field goal. That should be. Right through the middle, the Chargers tie it at 10. With the minute 52, Badgley will tie the game here in the second quarter. Now, the Chargers are getting the ball back to start the second half. You know, the Raiders had that bad first drive, and then the Chargers had that fantastic one, and then the Raiders had that decent drive and then lost Derek Carr, and the Chargers didn't have a great one, and then Raiders had the tying one. So it's been up and down for these two teams. Hints, please. One of the Rangers has won a championship in the last 5 years. Obviously not with the Rangers. The other Ranger has been a career Ranger. Both were extremely important to both of the Ranger Conference Final and the One Cup Final appearances in 2012 and 2014. That bounced out for a touchback. Raiders will take the ball to the 25. They showed Derek Carr, who was limping. I believe Marcus Mariota is still out there. Don't know if Derek Carr is going to come back at any time soon. He's really clutching his. Yes, that is one of them. McDonough is one of them. He was the one that actually Montreal was really, really embarrassed about and angry that they let him slip away. McDonough was the worst of them, but there's another player. What a tackle! Low shoulder, physical tackle. Jones does it, and it's 2nd and long. Yes, and McDonough is one of them. You're looking for another. The other one is we call the career New York Ranger. He's has never played for another team. Here's Mariota stepping out of a potential tackle and thrown for a few yards. That'll set up 3rd down. Looks like 3rd and 10. Waller with the catch. Now Mariota is finding the magic of Waller. I think Chargers just took a timeout here to stall the Raider drive. They did. It's their first of the half. It's the first timeout taken in this game, this entire game. So now John Gruden can kind of review what to look at with Marcus Mariota. Also, I can't speak. Also, at halftime, we can kind of predict. Not kind of. We can predict we haven't done it last few weeks. You can do it this week. We can predict Week 15, a really important Week 15 for Baltimore, Houston, the Giants, the Raiders. Obviously, we won't predict that game. Just kind of all the teams, and then if you want to talk about teams that I have friends with, Miami, of course, too. The whole league, but these teams really fighting in the playoff hunt. A few of them, Baltimore and the Giants, are not in a playoff spot, but they can easily get in by winning some of their games and getting help. So, you want hints or want to guess that second Ranger player? Here is Mariota in the shotgun at the 26 of the Chargers. Mariota needs to get to the third down marker. He will not. He will find Hunter Renfrow, and the Chargers will call timeout. Do you want hints? I know you meant player. You said Painter. Do you want hints or what? A.J. Cole, the Raiders punter. Oh, I thought you meant player. Okay, do you want hints? Like, what type of hints would you want if you still want to guess? This one will drop at the 40. It's not the best punt. Oh, I didn't even see it. It actually went less. It didn't even go. It only went 19 yards. So to past the 50, the Chargers with about 8 yards could automatically be in field goal range. This isn't good if you're a Raider fan. Well, he's only played for the Rangers. He's never played for another hockey team, but his pick was traded by Montreal in 2008. McDonough's was in 2005, I believe. This player's was 2008. Yeah, his pick was traded in 2008. He's never played, though, for another team. With a minute left in the half, we're still waiting for this game to resume again. Oh, it feels so good. Drink water. All right. Do you want to give up? Do you want to give up or do you want more hints? All right, I'll tell you. It's Chris Kreider. He came out of the scene, didn't have the best regular seasons, but he showed up fantastic in the second round of the 2012 playoffs against the Capitals. He was a really big-time player, and Montreal really cared more that they didn't draft McDonough, but they were pretty incensed that they didn't draft Chris Kreider, who's pretty incensed that he didn't get some good yards as Austin Eckler, and the Raiders are very happy that they got to him. Released me? Oh, all right. Here is Justin Herbert getting out of the pocket, throwing long, a little more accurate, and it's 17-10 Chargers. He had a man wide open, and the throw out of bounds out of the sideline out of play will stop the clock. Wow, he burnt the corners. These safeties have not been helping. Well, actually, it's the other way around. Usually the safeties don't help their corners, don't give the support. The other way around. The safeties have been back. The safeties have been doing good coverage. Your corners get beat. They bite so many times. And here is Herbert throwing over the middle, wide open, and stepping out of bounds with 25 seconds left. And instant field goal range for the Chargers to regain the lead in this game. As Herbert stepped up and the Raider defense could not make a stop. Here is Herbert throwing over the middle. Touchdown Chargers! Touchdown Chargers! And it is a throw by Herbert. He missed the throw 2 plays ago. He doesn't miss this one. The Chargers take a 6-point lead. With only 19 seconds left in the half. Extra point is good. I'm guessing it's a goalie. My guess is going to be Wah. So 19 seconds left. I go to commercial, and then we'll see what happens in the last 19. If the Raiders try to get a few plays to the end zone or field goal, or if they just try to take a knee. I mean, they're going to kick the ball off. Not a half. Oh. Let me ask you this. Is it a goalie? Because I don't want to guess like 7 goalies, and then you're like, oh, no, it's a center. Because if it is a goalie, I have a good idea of guys that would fit that. But if it's not a goalie, I have to stop guessing goaltenders. Not a goaltender. Good thing I asked. Okay. Lidstrom? Maybe Nicholas Lidstrom? So that would be my guess for that. Oh, the TV. You're not supposed to see that. No, but he did play with Detroit. Gordie Howe? Is it Mr. Hockey? Here's the kickoff. Out of bounds. Touchback for the Raiders. Not Mr. Hockey. Ted Lindsay. I mean, I can do this. And it's not a goalie, so I know not to guess Mike Vernon or Chris Osgood or Hasek or Terry Sawchuk or Jimmy Howard. Not even that era. Oh. Steve Yzerman? The captain, Stevie Y. Hand off to Josh Jacobs, and that's going to end the half. So all that they wrote. Chargers will get the ball up. Ball back up by 7. The Raiders defensively have just cost themselves because offensively, Vegas is built to may not score Kansas City type amount of points, but they can score and they can have good drives. But defensively, they can be burdened even by a team like the Chargers. And they have. Chargers have got them on the ropes, up by 7. Raiders have to do something, and their defense will be on the field next. It's the end of the half. Chargers 17, Vegas 10. The one Waller touchdown is that one for the Raiders. Not Yzerman. Era is 1980 to 2000. It's not a goalie. It's definitely not Fedorov. I would know that. Is it? Oh, what's his name? Who would always be the one fighting for the Red Wings? Why am I not remembering? I can't remember his name, but you should know who I'm talking about. The one that would always protect Gretzky and because he was also an Oiler and Yzerman. Yeah, I know. I don't know. I don't want to look it up, but I think you know who I'm talking about. The one who would always he was the tough guy. Bob Probert. I think Probert. Yeah. That would be my guess. Probert. I'm gonna go get some water and I'll come back see if it's him. And then we'll do some. And then when I'm done with this, we'll do some predictions for the next week. Not Probert. Larry Murphy. That would be my guess there. Not Larry Murphy, not Bob Probert, not Steve Yzerman, not Gordie Howe or Ted Lindsay or anyone in the 90s that I had said. Is it? I don't think it's any of them, but is it anyone on. No, let me try. It's not Lidstrom either. Is it anyone on the Red Army line? Oh, I think it is, and I think I know who it might be. Igor Larionov. I don't know why, but I think I might have heard that. Is it Igor? Because I think it might be. And if it's not Igor Larionov, is it any of his teammates on the Red Army line? Or the Wizard of Oz, as they call themselves. I don't like that one. They didn't call them that, but people did because people are idiots. So let me know if it's him or any of them on that line. And right after that, we'll do some predictions. He is not on the Red Army line. So it's not Igor Larionov. Okay. You said it wasn't Larry Murphy, and you said it wasn't. Yeah, give me some hints. All right. What year was it? Can you tell me the exact year? Or, well, it's one player. So, in one season. Oh, he played it in one season. You know what? Don't even give me hints. Just literally just tell me who it is. Yeah, just tell me who it is, because I want to do some predictions for this NFL regular season for Week 15. Yeah. Just tell me who it is. 87 to 88. I'm probably not going to know it. Those are the years where the Red Wings actually were a very good team, but they flew under the radar in the regular season and in the playoffs too. The only teams that knew they were good were St. Louis and Chicago, and then they would get into the conference final. Jimmy Carson, I think I remember hearing of him, but I don't know too much about him. Oh wow, okay. And then with the Raiders, not the Raiders, with the Red Wings, then people would start hearing about them and thinking, oh wow, this team's good. And they would get to the conference final and get smashed against the Oilers. I was also, before I get to NFL, I was talking to my dad and to my friend Tommy, of course, and realizing, I live in the New York area and everything. Wow, cool. That I didn't realize this, but I should loathe and hate Mark Messier. And I'll explain. Mark Messier, I'm a Devils fan. I'm a Canucks fan and a Red Wings fan, but I live in the New York, New Jersey area. For the Devils, when Mark Messier was an Oiler in the regular season in the 80s, who would always outduel Candanico because, Candanico would be the defenseman that would have to watch him on the power play and score a bunch of points and a bunch of goals. When he became a Ranger, he knocked the Devils out of the playoffs in 97, excuse me, as a Ranger. In 1994, of course, the promise, the we will win and everything in New Jersey, really knocking the Devils out of the playoffs and making sure the Rangers had enough confidence to do so. For the Canucks, he beat the Canucks, I think, twice in the 1980s. You would know this more than I do as an Edmonton Oilers player, and obviously beat the Canucks in the 1994 series we will not discuss as a member of the Rangers. And in the 1980s, he knocked out the Red Wings twice in, I think, 2 or 3 straight years as a member of the Oilers in the conference final. So I realized that I don't hate him. I love him as an athlete. I think he's a great guy. But if you look at my teams and all of his records, this is one human being, one man. I should not like him at all. Of all of the feats he's done against all of my teams in several years to win championships of his own, one man destroying the livelihoods and fantasies of my Red Wings and my Canucks and my Devils. Isn't that pretty crazy? That's one guy. I mean, I don't hate him, but I should. Just want you to sit on that. It's crazy. Also, for you too, you definitely hate him as well. And obviously, the other part with the Canucks, of course, is he went to Vancouver, basically ruined the team. The other thing, of course, of you liking Calgary is no. We're not going to discuss any of the series. They're pretty bad. Calgary, obviously, there were some battles that he was able to win in the 1980s as well as being in Edmonton. There were some bad playoff rounds. But I'll let you know this. As Vancouver fans, there are people in Winnipeg that are not over some of the series that the Canucks were able to beat the Jets. So there's that. All right, let's get into it. If you're ready for it, let's get into some of the football games for this week. Tell me when you're ready. All right. Buffalo and Denver. And I go to Mile High City, the Bills and the Broncos. I'd say 24-17 Buffalo. I think the Broncos are actually, they're going to put on their big boy pants. They're going to make it close. But Bills still win. But I think it will be close. I don't think it'll be close at all. That game is going to be one of those, I think, where the Bills, I don't know the whole stat on it, but the Bills have something at stake. Like if they win and someone loses, or maybe just if they win, they can clinch something. Okay. The second game on Saturday, Carolina and Green Bay. I think Green Bay will win that game 38-10. So that's my call there. Green Bay and Carolina. Packers win 38-10. $42-0. Wow. All right. First game on Sunday. Old rivalry against some teams that are really struggling. Although, even though they're struggling, Dallas still has a big chance to win the division. The Cowboys and the 49ers. Dallas hosting San Francisco. I think San Francisco wins 20-17 over the Cowboys. In Dallas. A field goal at the end of the game to beat the Cowboys. What do you think, Josh? 31-20, okay. Another team, another rivalry big against two, I think, division leaders. I don't know if they're still leading the division, but Seattle against, I'll tell you right now. Not winning the division, not leading the division, but easily could against division-leading Washington. Division-leading Washington hosting division-leading Seattle. Seattle and Washington in FedEx Field. I'm going to pick the Seahawks 34-24 Seahawks. And that's going to be that'll be the end of the picks until we get back to commercial. Seattle 34, Washington 24. And then we'll get back to picks once we get to commercial. Just let me know what your pick for Washington Seattle is. 30-24. Okay, close like me, although I have Seattle winning by 10, not 6. All right. As I said, we'll get to the next game, starting with Chicago and Minnesota once we get to commercial. Right now, the Raiders are going to kick off at home, trailing by 7. Also, Baltimore playing Jacksonville. That's an important game. And it becomes really disastrous for the Raiders if they can't win today. And that kickoff to the 25. That took 5 seconds off the clock, and now the Raiders will have to play defense on first down. A groin injury for Derek Carr. It doesn't look like Derek Carr is going to play much in the second half, and Marcus Mariota is still going to be the starting quarterback for the rest of this game, it looks like. Okay. Justin Herbert throws off the hands of a receiver. There is a penalty coming up, and it looks like it will be a penalty against the Raiders. Looked like that was a grab on the face mask. It's the second penalty, actually, of the whole game. The first against Vegas. Bad penalty, get a face mask and a pass interference against the Raiders. And as I said, the only penalty, the first penalty against the Raiders, the only other penalty in the game was a false start against Los Angeles. And what happened was he grabbed the mask and then he started holding the arm. Oh, the Raiders-Jacksonville game. Oh, okay. So there's the handoff over to Eckler, and he's brought down to the line of scrimmage, which is past the 50. And this is what costs the Raiders these stupid mistakes and decisions. Second and 10 for the Chargers. Because Eckler was able to get back, and he didn't lose any yards. Get back to the line of scrimmage. Herbert, shotgun snap, quick throw over the middle. But KJ Hill did not get to the first down marker. He got really close, though. Should be 3rd and inches. Third and 1, they give it to him. Yeah, Jaguars are not very good. They were winning a game. I forget who it was against. And actually, it might have been the Raiders. I remember. Handoff. And the Raiders stop it. And I don't know if the Chargers are really confident that kicking a field goal here. So the Raiders come up with also dealing with some bad play management by a young Chargers team. And Carl Nassib with a great tackle, or at least help on the tackle. This will help them. Now, do the Chargers feel confident on bringing out a kicker who's been shaky? No, they're going to go punt here. They're going to punt here. So the Raiders stop. They stop the play. And now they'll have a chance to set up their offense, try to tie this game. Here's the punt. Came close to getting blocked. It'll be caught right behind the 10. Got to return it to the 20. He gets dive bombed before the 15. And whoa, Hunter Renfrow got whacked. He's still feeling it. His head just, boom, it hit the turf. And this is the problem with special teams in football. And I'm not trying to be one of those, goody-goody parents. Oh, what does he know? But He got hit helmet to helmet. Bello came right up and hit Renfrow helmet to helmet, and then the helmet just went on the ground. That's the problem with the special teams play in the NFL now, is it's dangerous with concussions and all of that. That's my brother, my mother, my brother, my father didn't want me playing American football because of that. They didn't want me having a concussion issues, trauma to my brain, and all of that. And I love hockey, but hockey, it's just not as bad because it's a contact sport. There's no out of bounds, but you're not getting your head straight up hit with another person's head. That's what happened right there. Raiders are weird, winning against one of the best NFL teams, but almost lose to teams you don't know what a touchdown. They said down touch, but yeah. Just give me 1 second and I'll get the next game in. Chicago and Minnesota. Who will win that game? I say 21-17 Vikings. 24-17 Vikings. (24-20) Bears. Okay. Miami and New England. I say Miami 35, New England 30. But it does say the rookie quarterbacks are 7-21 versus Belichick. I mean, that's big, but I still think they'll win. Hunter Renfrow is getting taken to the concussion tent because his helmet literally just bottomed right to the ground. Here's Marcus Mariota get calls on number. Marcus Mariota needs a block. We'll get one. Mariota still running on the sideline, and then he'll be pushed out to the Chargers sideline. Great running there. Read option. Called well. Yeah, that's what I figured out, the down touch thing. Also, what's your call on Miami, New England? I said 35-30 Fish. Just pushed out by Williams, and if he had not done that, Mariota could have gone even longer, maybe even tied it. 19-10 Miami. You said 51-3 Jacksonville. I'll tell you my pick when we get to commercial. Mariota fakes the handoff, throw to Aguilar, who did not get back to the line of scrimmage. They lost more yards back in the Raiders side of the field. Here's Mariota throwing over the pocket, low, and then batted out. He almost had Waller. Waller was going down to get the ball, but then he dropped it, and it's third down. And that was actually a ball that actually did not deflect it at all. Derek Waller just dropped it, and we're at the point where the Raiders are having some problems. Waller did it right after the play, and Nelson Aguilar was doing it at the same point, throwing their hands, grabbing at the hands, and complaining about that. I don't know what they're complaining about. Personally, I don't understand it, but I get that you want to feel comfortable when you're a professional athlete. Mariota throws in the run. He finds Waller. Waller found his comfort. think he got to the 25 before he stepped out of bounds. First down, Raiders. And, they're talking about, no matter what happened with the drive, that the Raiders, as he took a big hit, Mariota, the Raiders were looking for a consistent, methodical drive. I think they found it. That took a big hit in a third down, but I think they got it. Ball at the 25, handoff to Jacobs, who will get past the 20-yard line with a surge because he churned his legs. It'll be second down. And this is the doubleheader I was talking about. That Buffalo-Denver game and the Carolina-Green Bay game I was talking about, that's actually, neither of those games are on Sunday. Those games are on Saturday. I won't be streaming them, but those games will be at Saturday at 4:30 Eastern, 1:30 Pacific, and 8:15 Eastern, 5:15 Pacific. That Buffalo game will probably start about 30 minutes after our college football live stream is done between Tennessee and Texas A&M. Handoff past the line of scrimmage, close to the first down marker for Jacobs. They're in chip shot field goal range, but they obviously want to get the first down and tie it, not go within 4. Here is Mariota, gives to Jacobs. Jacobs doesn't get a yard. Wait, did Jacobs fumble the ball? The Chargers say that he fumbled the ball, but they rolled him down before the ball came loose. It'll be 4th and 2. I'll see if Vegas goes for it. If they try to go within 4 again. Also, the coach of the Chargers, I forget his name, eyes are completely bloodshot. I hope he's okay. Vegas will call their first time out of the half, the first time out of the half called by any team. Raiders are going for it here on 4th and 2, unless they're trying to get the Chargers off. No, they're going for it for real. Here's Mariota running. Mariota, can he get there? I think he got there. I think he got the first down. They'll probably have to measure it, but I think when the ball fell out, they're saying first down. They're saying first down Raiders. He scrambled the left side and flung the ball out, and the ball rocketed out of bounds. But from that angle, it looked like Marcus Mariota absolutely got the nose of the football out to the marker. Yay, that's a first down. That looks like a first down to me. They may challenge this, but to me, this is a first down. They're going to have to snap this ball quickly, though, or the Chargers will throw flags. Handoff, challenge flags, not regular yellow flags. Handoff for about 3. So that is definitely a first down, and it will be second down for the Raiders. There was an instance, I think, with New England where the Patriots gave up a really close spot. They let the ball go, and then they gave up then it was a first down, and they gave up like a pass for another first down, and then they threw a challenge flag. They're like, wait, you didn't throw the challenge flag in time. So that stuff happens. 4-yard gain, actually. 2nd and 6. Mariota fakes the handoff. Mariota throws to the end zone. Aguilar wants a pass interference call. He's going to get one. It should be first and goal to the 1-yard line since that was in the end zone. It is a pass interference call against the Chargers. Hold on. So the Raiders have all the all the momentum here and can go ahead and try to tie this game if they would like to do so. Mariota gives. Jacobs jumps over the pile. Touchdown, Raiders! 7:18 left in the third quarter. Also, when he dropped the ball in the end zone, he definitely in, but offensive line picked it up. A tight end actually, so it would have been anyway. Yes, I will do a recap, Gerald. I believe you're an actual Raiders fan, which is cool. I don't want to put too much of the TV because I don't want to get banned or anything, but there you go. Raiders Chargers. Okay, so what happened is the Raiders started the first drive very awful. 3 and out. The Chargers had a fantastic methodical drive. Got a touchdown. I think it was a Herbert touchdown pass. Then the Raiders went down the field, scored a field goal, but Derek Carr got injured on the 3rd and goal play, and he was caught limping. He has a groin injury. Looks like he's done for the game. Chargers punted. Raiders got the ball back. They scored a touchdown to go up 10-7. Not 10-7. 10-7 because they were down 7-3. And then the Chargers got the ball, scored a field goal. Raiders had to punt, and it was a really bad punt. Chargers went down the field and had a touchdown pass to end the half, so they were up 17-10. Chargers had a bad drive. I think Raiders had a bad drive, then a bad Charger drive, then the Raiders just got the ball, and Marcus Mariota methodically drove them down, and Josh Jacobs just got a touchdown run to tie the game. So we're tied at 17 midway through the third quarter. So it's Derek Carr didn't score any touchdowns. So it's I believe, 2 touchdown passes by Justin Herbert and a touchdown pass by Mariota and a running touchdown by Jacobs. I don't remember if Herbert scored all of the touchdowns. There might have been a running touchdown there. All right, Josh, if you're still there, let's continue. I know you said 51-3 Baltimore. I'm gonna give it 30-10 Baltimore. Tampa Bay, Atlanta. Josh. What's the score? I'm gonna go with the Falcons upset. 20-3 Atlanta. 7:18 guys left in the third quarter. We're tied at 17, and the Chargers are getting the ball back. I would like if every NFL national television game I watch the Raiders on, they don't have to show the radio broadcaster, the great Brent Musburger. He's fantastic, but if I want to hear him, I can just listen on NFL radio. I don't need to see. Nothing against him. I'd love to be a great broadcaster like him one day. He's fantastic. I don't know why the NFL networks have to show me. 28-27 Tampa. Okay. Detroit and Tennessee. I'm saying 44-3 Tennessee blowout against the Lions. So Tennessee, Detroit. Here's Herbert getting out of there on 1st and 10. Herbert holding it forever. Throws! Was that intercepted? No. It was incomplete, but the Chargers, I think, draw a pass interference penalty against the Raiders. The second pass interference against Vegas. Or no, this might be a pass interference against the Chargers. Because it looked like a stiff arm to the face. It first looked like the Raiders penalty, but when you look at the replay, it looks like a penalty against the Chargers. No foul on the play this time, so no pass interference against the Chargers or the Raiders. Titans 35-21. Okay, we'll wait for the you know what? Let's just do one more. And then we'll go to commercial. Then when commercial comes, we'll come back. Texans, Colts, Houston, Indy. I'm going to say for Houston and Indy, 34-31, Texans in overtime. That's my call. If anybody knows me, my second favorite team is the Texans. First, the Giants. Just wearing this because Dad's a big Raider fan, and the Raiders are winning, and I think the Raiders are going to win. Here's Herbert throwing over the middle. First down. Just short of the 40. And Herbert with the power throw. And the Chargers convert. Nice. Houston. Nice. All right. We'll start with the 4 o'clock games when we get back to commercial. The next game we're doing, it was Guyton who caught it. The next game we're doing is actually a pretty big one. Raiders rush. Chasing Herbert, throws low, and caught by Eckler. And the Raiders had one of our first really efficient, like they've been rushing Herbert all day, but this was one of their more efficient rushes. I think a challenge flag just got tossed, guys. Yep. Challenge flag just got tossed by John Gruden saying that this ball was never caught by Eckler's or Neighbors, whoever it was. So we're going to go right to commercial with 5:53 left. It was immediately tackled afterwards, which was the officials kind of like, hey, why are you hitting him? But they didn't think he had it. They also didn't think he caught it. We're going to figure that out right after this break. Well, that's true. They're 1 p.m. games for you. And 105, actually, 125 games for you. And 405 and 425 p.m. games for me. That's right. 1 p.m. games for you, I believe, is at 10. Which is pretty cool. Wake up at 10 in the morning and it was just like 8 football games on. That's pretty awesome. I've been to the West Coast. I actually, unlike a lot of people I know, I actually like the time. And I like how it's funny in the East Coast at like 11, 12, 13, 14, like obviously late at night, you'll still find people walking around that have nothing better to do with their lives. But on the East Coast, you'll see people walking around who are not trying to bother and be and you know have nothing better doing sketchy stuff at night. But on the West Coast, unless it's something really sketchy or dirty, you don't see too many people up late at night walking around, at least, which I thought was pretty funny. Like at 10 p.m. their time, 1 p.m. at here, there's not that many people walking around unless there's something weird going on, which I always found cool how that style of West Coast is, at least in the big cities that I went to. Not Vancouver, obviously. I'm talking like LA, Los Angeles, Anaheim, San Jose, San Francisco, stuff like that. Let's go back. Philadelphia and Arizona. I say Arizona wins 27-24. Right at the end of the game. Arizona 27, Philadelphia 24. Herbert in the shotgun. Herbert standing in there, throwing over the middle. Caught! First down, Mike Williams. And the Chargers convert. What do you mean 1 point? What's your prediction for Philadelphia and Arizona? Herbert handoff to Eckler. Oh, also, they didn't say what happened, but they must have said that he caught it. 27-23 Arizona. Okay. We'll continue or maybe finish seeing how long the commercial break is next. Starting in commercial with the Jets and the Rams. That'll be the next one. 2nd and 5 for Herbert. In the shotgun. Justin Herbert, handoff. Still moving. Think he might have got there, actually. And yes, he did. Josh Kelly, the guy that picks up the first down for the Chargers. All right, I'll tell you mine when I get the commercial. I don't even know. 4:40 left in the third, still tied at 17. Also, Josh, I gotta tell you for next Saturday, 26th, I'm thinking 4 Eastern. What? Thrown? Is it picked off? No. They're saying incomplete, but the Raiders thought they picked off the Chargers. Again, I'm thinking 4 Eastern, 1 Pacific for when I'm doing my live stream on my NFL predictions. But I gotta tell you, I've been working on it for days to finish everything. Right now, I'm doing the playoffs. Second round. They got to look at this. This was a touchdown, and then it was taken away. But they definitely have to look at this again. This was a touchdown pass and then taken away, but they're saying incomplete on both sides. Herbert, there's a penalty flag on the field. And a delay of game against the Chargers. Against Herbert. But this was the initial play. It was a touchdown for the Chargers. But just before he gets down, the ball is ripped away by a ferocious Raider corner. 2nd and 15. The Chargers here. Herbert throwing short to Eckler, who is dumped and kept in bounds. It'll be 3rd down. Looks like 3rd and short, though. It was a 10-yard gain for him. Third and 5. Herbert signals. Causes the Raiders to move back. They move forwards. Eckler is out there as a wideout, so you know Herbert will pass. Herbert stands in the pocket. Quick throw. He's got a first down close to the 10-yard line, but not there yet. Hunter Henry and the Chargers move the chains again. Here's Herbert getting out, throwing in the end zone. Incomplete, no flags. It'll be 2nd down. Second and 10 as that was Herbert trying to go there, and the Raiders were also pressuring from the back. Okay, the Chargers have a second and 10. And Derek Carr actually is done. His game is done here. Here's Herbert in the shotgun. Ball at the 12-yard line. Herbert gets out and slides just past the line of scrimmage. It's third down. Raiders need this third down stop. Ball, first down marker, I believe, is at the Las Vegas Raider 2-yard line. 2:32 left in the third quarter. This third quarter has been the longest quarter so far of this game. Like to move. Remember, no 2-minute warning in the first quarter and no 2-minute warning in the third quarter. Only second quarter and fourth quarter. Here's Herbert. Has room. Herbert throws to the end zone. Penalty flag in the end zone. Mike Williams was hurdled by Mullen. Let's see who it goes against. It's against Mullen, and if he just stands there, probably is no penalty. Raiders give up a bad penalty in the end zone. It'll be first and goal from the 1. Chargers will have a chance to retake the lead. They've given up. They won at the Horn last week, but they've given up a lot of leads and lost a lot of games because of their inability to keep leads. There will be the chance to regain one. LA calls their first timeout of the first half. The second half. All right, let's the next game you said the Jets 29-6 over the Rams. I say 31-3 against the Jets. Kansas City and New Orleans. What are you thinking? Kansas City, New Orleans. Josh. Saints upset. I don't think so, but tell me the score there. Ball at the 1-yard line. Chargers to try to punch it in. Here the handoff. Looks like he's in. He is in. Touchdown, Kalen Ballage. And the Chargers retake the lead. 41-38. Overtime. I say 38-27 Kansas City. Kalen Ballage. Touchdown late in the third quarter. He gives the Chargers the lead by 6, 23-17. Well, penalty is gone and takes the extra point. So the Chargers will take the lead. All right, here's the next one. The second to last one before the end of this week with the games. It's the Sunday night game. Cleveland versus the Giants. The Giants? I hope so. I'd say 26-23 New York Giants. That'd be my guess. All right. If you want to talk about teams that you don't like, here we go. The next game that I'm going to live stream, because again, I have the radio show starting up again. Get ready for that one. That'll be the next game. Two teams you really don't like. Cincinnati hosting the Pittsburgh Steelers. Bengals and Steelers. That's Monday night's game. I'll say Pittsburgh wins just because Pittsburgh is a decent team. I mean, they're reeling right now psychologically, too, if you've heard some of the Juju Smith-Schuster stuff and everything. But they are a strong team, and they're a lot stronger psychologically than Cincinnati is. Although Cincinnati maybe smells blood, but I just don't think Cincinnati has the talent right now to affect the Steelers team. So there's the AFC wildcard. Obviously, the Browns still up in it, the Colts, and then the Dolphins. But you got the Ravens who surged ahead with that big win. New England is back in the hunt, but these Raiders who need all the help they can get. And the Chargers, the Raiders are battling now. A team that's missed, they're confirmed they will miss the playoffs. But actually, Pittsburgh 31-7. I would say Pittsburgh 28-7. Talking about that Cleveland-Baltimore game, that was a fantastic game. Thrown low, Waller the first down, Mariota to Waller again. It's been a big story. It's funny, they're talking right now about Indianapolis having the chance to knock off the Chiefs, and I really believed at the start of the season, in preseason, before we even knew about COVID and all that stuff, I believed that the only team in the AFC that really in the playoffs had a chance to, like before all the Steelers stuff and everything, that had a chance to knock off the Chiefs would have been the Colts. I really like what the Colts can do more than Tennessee. Almost caught by Waller, but the Chargers just got into the lane. Hayward Jr. able to kind of shutter off that passing lane before Waller get the ball. That's cleanly there. I think the defense is on the wrong side of the field, and Waller has a way to get to the end zone. And the closest to where they were, he would have gotten tackled if a corner could have gotten to him, would have been the 20. And they were at the 45. It would have been a foot race type play. Here is Mariota. Handoff to Jacobs, pushing, but he doesn't get to the first down marker. 3rd and short. Here's Mariota in the shotgun. Handoff again with this. The Raiders cannot get enough protection for third down runs. Bosa is limping, but he makes the tackle, and it's fourth down. And he's staying out there. Fourth and 2 for Mariota here. Mariota still motioning. And will they snap it before the third quarter ends? They will not. So they can think about this because the quarter clock was shorter than the play clock. They can think about what they want to do down 7 with the 4th and 2 around midfield. End of the third quarter. Chargers 24, Raiders 17. So we'll wait, see what happens. All right, we're back already to start this fourth quarter. And 4th and 2 for the Raiders. Mariota's still out there in the shotgun. And here's the pass. Caught right past the 50-yard line by Aguilar. And now the first down. We'll see if the Raiders can march down and tie it again. Mariota's got to snap the ball in quickly. Now Will. Handoff to Jacobs just past the 50-yard line. Second down throw to Aguilar, who gets hit behind the play, and he felt some hurting his ribs. Will they throw a flag? He just couldn't have it for Aguilar, even though it was right there. But Aguilar just got hit by Watkins, and no penalty flags. It's a little bit of a controversial decision, but I think the referees are playing the card of, if that ball was there, that's a completely legal hit. He just can't control his momentum. 3rd and 7, Aguilar still out there, even though he's a little shaken up. They got to snap the ball soon. Now Will. Big drop back. Mariota. He's going to run for the first down. I think he's going to get it, but he gets leveled into the Charger bench. He gets the first down. Marcus Mariota sacrificing his body for the dreams and hopes of Raider faithful. First down, Vegas. $13.09. That was what I thought. Said Troy said it wasn't really a necessary hit. That's exactly what I thought. Almost got brought down behind, but here's Richard, who spins and gets the first down, but a penalty was thrown. Penalty flag was thrown there. No penalty on the hit on the receiver. No penalty on the hit on Mariota, but there might be a penalty against the Raiders. Yeah, this is weird. This is strange officiating, folks. Really strange officiating. An offensive penalty against the Raiders. No penalty. A holding penalty. Yeah, that's holding, but no penalties on late hits and no penalty on the concussion. We thought we were trying to get hits out of the game. Well, not hits. You want to tackle. You want to have those fantastic hits in football. That's, what makes the sport, but you also don't want to hurt people. There's Mariota in the shotgun. Lost a ton of yards. Throws that behind for Richard. Richard pushes back out about 5. It'll be 2nd and long. $13, not $15. So we got a little more than I thought. Got 7, not 5. Mariota in the shotgun. Mariota, deep step back. Mariota now will throw over the middle to Richard. No, excuse me, not Richard. To Jacobs, who gets the first down. Raiders convert there and continue their march to the end zone. Mariota in the shotgun. Chargers tried to come for him, but they waited. Here's Jacobs, who loses yards. That's the hustle back into the Raider bench area. It'll be 2nd and 13 because he lost 3. Again, the big college football games, Northwestern, Ohio State. Go Northwestern. Don't want Ohio State to win. That would help A&M. A&M would really get in, though, if Notre Dame can win. But that's Clemson want to come back and not allow that. Here's a throw over the middle. Waller looked like he had it. Then he was forced backwards. Did he get the ball, or did he get the first down, or will it be 3rd and 1? It is first down, and it is on the 19-yard line. Marker is at the 9. Charger 9. Mariota fakes the handoff. Mariota's going to run. Marcus Mariota will slide and force second and short. 9:33 to go. Raiders trying to tie it. Mariota still in the shotgun. Now we'll take the handoff. We'll give the handoff, excuse me. Still pushing to the marker. Does not get there. It'll be third down. See if they go for another third down run again. Former Jacksonville Jaguars head coach Gus Bradley, defensive coordinator here at the Chargers. His defense has played well. It's 3rd and 1. There's Mariota. Mariota handoff. Jacobs! Does he get there? No. Don't think he got there. He was making a move that would have helped, but I think he got his shoestring tackled again. I really think to fool this defense, the Raiders got to go with some quarterback runs. They got a quarterback that can do that. Fourth and 1. Raiders will go for it. They have converted every fourth down that they've had to convert. That's 2. 4-2. Mariota getting out of there. Mariota is going to throw it. First down. Waller. First and goal. Raiders. And that was Mariota in no man's land, lofting it up to Waller, who found himself wide open. An injured Charger is going to force this to commercial, but 7:16 left in this fourth quarter. Chargers are up by 7, but the Raiders, I think, are only 5 yards from the end zone. We'll still wait till this game comes back here. Hugely important. Here is a push for a few yards. I think he got 2 on 1st and goal. Right up by Jacobs. It'll be 2nd and goal. The injury off the 1st down throw would to one of the linebackers, Nwosu, who Jacobs' helmet tapped him. And like, hey, it's going to be okay. Here is Mariota throwing off his back foot out of the end zone, and some bad management of the football makes it 3rd and goal for the Raiders. Mariota in the shotgun. Marcus Mariota waiting. Mariota gonna have to run to the end zone. He leaps in. He scores! Marcus Mariota went for a run. His heart has been everything for the Raiders. He took off. He leaped over Scherzer. He got in. And the Raiders are an extra point from tying the game again. Knees for real and knees for sure and never touched the ground until the ball was into the end zone. Extra point to tie this game. Bullseye. 24 all, and Derek Carr shows his approval. With 6:16 left, this game is tied at 24. Oh, it is 24 left, 24-24, late in the 4th quarter. Later in the 4th quarter. Still waiting here. Talking still at these big football games, important ones on Saturday. Here is the kick. If I was smiling a little bit, it's because I'm remembering some stuff, looking at some stuff on college basketball, and I'm so excited that Tet is coming back this year after the hiatus stop in March Madness, especially because my birthday is actually usually the very start of March Madness with COVID and everything. Obviously, player safety was important as I missed that. So the fact that at some capacity, at least, it looks like it will come back, not affirmative yet, for at least March Madness, I'm really excited that is the case. A big part of my sports life. Handoff. Eckler takes a turn. Eckler races close to midfield, and he turned Harris behind him. First down, Chargers. And they stop the clock by Austin Eckler going out of bounds. A 27-yard gain for Eckler. And now here's Herbert. More Raiders are not back. Herbert takes an outside run to the same spot and converts a Chargers first down. Now they may just try to run this clock here and get themselves in position for a game-winning field goal for the second straight week. Or I think it's second straight. I don't remember if last week was I'll have to look that up, see if last week was the week where they got destroyed by New England or if last week was the week that they won it at the end of the game. Herbert, handoff, and it's Ballage for a few yards. Oh, yeah, last week was the week that the Chargers came back against Atlanta. The week before that was when they were demolished by New England. 3 timeouts held by the Chargers, 2 by the Raiders. Ball is at the Raider 26. And a 1-yard gain for the Chargers. It'll be third down. They're in indefinite field goal range. Here is a 3rd and 3. And it's Justin Herbert. Back in the shotgun. Herbert, pressured, throwing. Incomplete. Henry wants a penalty. Won't get a flag. It's 4th down. Worley on the coverage. So we'll see if they go for it on 4th down. Or if they go for the field goal. Say that could have been a penalty. I don't think so. It's tight coverage. You just went down there for the deflection. The incompletion stops the clock, so the Chargers can't run it down and try to mold time. A 46-yard attempt for Badgley to again give the Chargers the lead. Holder is Ty Long, so that's, of course, important. See if he can get a good hold here. Good hold, good snap. Kick is wide left. Way wide left. He missed it. And the Raiders will have 2 timeouts, the 2-minute warning, and 3 minutes and 38 seconds to try to get a score to take the lead. They haven't had the lead since they were up 10-7 they could take a touchdown lead or maybe field goal. We'll see. And they come up with a Titanic stop. What a game this is. What a game. What a game that this is. Second, just want to say something. Here is a handoff by Jacobs. It just showed it might have lost yards, not sure. Here's Mariota getting out. Mariota throwing on the run. Did Waller catch that? He did. Inbounds by Waller. Marcus Mariota has been really playing well tonight. He gets out. He throws on the run accurately to Waller and been finding Waller in different ways. Security blanket, like we saw Carr do that earlier in the season. Stops the clock with 2:55 to go. They still got the 2-minute warning and the 2 timeouts. See when the Chargers start using theirs. Here's Mariota. Chargers come for him. Mariota's going to throw it out quickly. Finds Waller. Waller will step out of bounds close to the 20. Or maybe it was the 25, but the Chargers were coming for him, and everybody were quarterback watching, and Waller broke coverage like the Chargers have been doing offensively. Here's Mariota. He hands off to Jacobs. Chargers should be using one of their timeouts soon. They have not used one yet. This may be the final play before the 2-minute warning. They don't. Oh, no, they'll have to. Play clock is shorter than the game clock. Final play before the 2-minute warning. Intercepted. How did the Chargers pick that off? Chargers pick it off. They might be going to the end zone. They will be going to the end. No, taken down by Marcus Mariota. Bad throw. Bad throw by the Hawaiian. And it is intercepted close into Raider territory. That was the final play. It was off of Jones' hands. And it will be taken close to the Raider red zone. A final tackle by Marcus Mariota, but we've got an interesting final 2 minutes with 1:54 to go in the game. Chargers, in a tie game, have forced something crazy. When in doubt, blame Spanos. Tommy, this is something bad the Raiders have done, not the Chargers. The Chargers actually did something pretty crazy as the Raiders were pushing the Chargers close to a chokehold or a choke job. The Chargers forced an interception by a badly thrown ball, grabbing it out of midair and forcing an interception that would have been it would have been a touchdown. No need to mark the Chargers. It would have been a touchdown for the Chargers if Marcus Mariota doesn't make a heads-up tackle. I think the Chargers are going to have the ball at the Raider 20. Now, the Raiders still have enough time to, even if they give up a touchdown here, try to drive down the field. They've got 2 timeouts. But we'll see what the Chargers do here. As the Raiders were marching. And that would have been the final play before the 2-minute warning. So, looked like it was going to be a 5-yard catch and 3rd and short coming out. But instead, we've got this craziness. I also have to ask you a personal question, Tommy, if you're here, about just school stuff. Do you know when our show is going to air? And if we're going to get an email back from one of the people that work at the station? You do know, and whatever. Okay. 1st and 10. It was not as close as I thought. At the 33-yard line of the Raiders. Herbert handoff. Taken down. Usually we think the defense could make a stop here, but the way this defense has played, and this is the throw that's picked off. So what a big-time tackle by Marcus Mariota, of course. And it was the interception by the former Bronco, Chris Harris, that knows the Raiders quite well. No. I mean winter schedule, because she said something about sending an email. If I send you an email, that means you're in or something. I will call you after this stream so you can understand more of what I mean. 1:49 left in the quarter, in the game, actually. Chargers got 3 yards. They need 7 for the first down, which is at the 23-yard line. Handoff Austin Eckler to the 25. And the Raiders take their second timeout of the half. No. their first. I'm not sure how many timeouts. I think they only. I think they still have one more. Or they might have none. But the Raiders are right now tied, and the Chargers are 2 yards away from the end zone, or 2 yards away from the first down. It's kind of hard to. I won't text you, but I won't call you. I'll text you what I'm talking about now. Give me 1 second. I am texting it to you right now, Tommy. This is only to my friend Tommy Varro, so if you hear this, anybody watching this, it's not really relevant. I just sent it to you. We are back. 3rd and 2. That was actually Vegas's last timeout of the game. Thought they still had another, but no, that's theirs. Yeah, I just said that. The Chargers have 3 to use, which they'll probably use all before this game. And here's Herbert trying to get out. Herbert is sacked for a ton. They wanted to get the first down and then kind of run the ball and try to get a field goal to win it, kind of like what happened with the Ravens the other night. And last week they did that and won it, even though they've had history of choking on that. And the Raiders cannot stop the clock, but the Chargers are not going to be able to hit a field goal before it's like 5 seconds. So the Raiders will have a chance to come back if Eckler hits the field goal, and here probably comes the timeout. Timeout is taken with 58 seconds left. So if Michael Badgley hits the kick, he hit the game-winning kick against Atlanta last week at home after an interception. Well, what do you have here? After an interception, this would be the go-ahead kick, though, because you'd still have time for the Raiders to come back. The Raiders have no timeouts, so they cannot ice. Here's Michael Badgley with the go-ahead chance to make it 27-24 Chargers. Michael Badgley hits it wide left. He missed it again. His second kick of the night. There you can go. And LOL Spanos. Michael Badgley misses the kick after the sack, and with 51 seconds, the Raiders are getting the ball. How about that? Michael Badgley misses another kick. His second miss of the night, even though he hit extra points and he did hit a field goal. The Raiders will get the ball back. No timeouts, but they'll get the ball back with 53 seconds to go. And Mariota can have a chance to lead his team down and try to win the game. What a fantastic football game this has been. Mariota in the shotgun. Mariota is going to throw long. Mariota looking for Aguilar. No flags. Raiders bench is thinking that there is. That took time off the clock, though. Took 6 seconds. 47 seconds to go. If not, we could possibly get overtime and maybe even the Chargers get the ball. Michael Badgley, another chance. Try to win it. How crazy that would be. Well, not that crazy, actually, the way this season's gone. The way this season started. A little bit of a hold, I think, before Aguilar went. That's what was being called. Potentially the Raiders coaching staff. Here's Mariota throwing long for Aguilar again. No penalty flag here. They got to be careful. Raiders got to be very careful because if they let the clock quickly go again in another incompletion and stop it, there's a chance that the Chargers could get the ball back before regulation's over. 2 quick throws and Marcus Mariota cannot find Nelson Aguilar. Not cleanly. He cannot get him there. Carr throwing short. Had to catch it high. Nelson Aguilar is going to get the first down. No, he's short. He's past the 50, but he's short. Clock is going. The Chargers can call a timeout if they'd like because it's 4th and 1. They quickly go for it, and Mariota picks it up. Raiders have to get to the line quickly. 10 seconds left. Raiders have to snap it here. They will, and they clock it. So with 4 seconds left, the Raiders are going to have to go for a Hail Mary to win it. If not, we'll go to overtime, unless Carlson wants to kick the longest kick in NFL history. His career long was 54 yards. He's hit it 3 times. He's coming onto the field, but this would be the longest field goal try. He's coming onto the field. This would be the longest field goal try in NFL history, and you know for sure if he's going to kick this, the Chargers are going to have a man back to return it, Chris Davis style. Yeah, they do. No Hail Mary here. A 65-yard attempt. It's fumbled, and then it's tackled. That was a weird end of the half. The end of the game. Cole picks it up, and we're going to overtime. Tied at 24. The Raiders did not do a great job with that drive, as that was a fumbled snap, and it was not a fake. It was meant for Daniel Carlson to kick a 65-yarder, but he never got the chance to, and Cole tried to run it for something, but never had the chance. We'll go to overtime between the Raiders and the Chargers. Chargers miss a kick with about 55 seconds left in the game, and the Raiders not able to connect on some passes, and they get to midfield, not able to do too much there. So we'll go to overtime, see if we get a winner or maybe a tie in this crazy game. Chargers called tails. It's heads. Raiders are going to get the ball back. They're going to start the league with the ball. I should also mention that if the Raiders can't score here, Michael Badgley for the Chargers, if the Raiders don't score a touchdown or a field goal, Michael Badgley could have a chance to redeem himself and win the game. I think they're in commercial right now, but they'll be back soon with the Raiders getting the ball. All right. Let's wait and see what happens. All right, a 10-minute overtime. Start the game. Mariota and his Raiders should be getting the ball here. I say should because, you never know an onside kick or if they kick it regular and the Raiders muff it or fumble it. Chargers get ready for the kickoff here in overtime. Chargers have been eliminated. Raiders are fighting for their playoff lives. A touchback by Jalen Richard. Josh Jacobs is questionable with some sort of injury, but he's got his helmet on. He looks like he might play in the next play or series or whatever. He's not on the field right now, though, but he's on the sideline with some of the coaches. Mariota is in the shotgun. Ball is at the 25. Got to get 35. And he's in the shotgun, as I said. He hands off to Porter, who gets a few yards. And it'll be second and short. What's the score? 24-24 in overtime. We just started overtime. There's about 9:30 left in overtime, 10-minute overtime period. Chargers had a chance. They marched down the field, after an interception, almost got a field goal to give them the lead with less than a minute to go. Here's Mariota running. Mariota around. Mariota tripped out of bounds at the Chargers sideline. But they missed the field goal, and so this game has been tied at 24. Raiders need this game, obviously. Badgley has actually missed two huge field goals in this game. A stiff arm as the Raiders move in. If the Raiders score a field goal, then the Chargers will have a chance with the ball to win the game off of a field goal. If the Raiders would have given up a safety here, which would be almost like a 0.2% of doing that because they're not close to the end zone, they would have lose the game. The Chargers could get a touchdown if they get a field goal, and they would win it still, as it's thrown low and caught. Also, the Raiders had two chances to Nelson Aguilar to score, but Aguilar was hurried by two defensive backs, which the Raider coaches thought were penalties, but were called not. That is a catch by Jones. He definitely put his elbow down to make sure that ball never hit the ground. Absolutely. Great catch by him. Of course, the Raiders score a touchdown here. They win the game. If the Raiders and the Chargers both hit field goals, then the winner of whatever the next score would win it. Here's Mariota, hands off to Jacobs. Jacobs pushes. And obviously, if you're tied after whatever, it's just you go to a tie. 7:52 to go in overtime. Raiders move the chains. I saw that on social media the other day, on like world's worst commercials or something, and I now have that song stuck in my head because of your typing that. Oy. Don't worry, I don't really care. Mariota throwing long, almost intercepted. No penalty flags. Looking for Waller. Almost picked off. That would have been his second interception of the day for Mariota. And it was just plainly dropped by Darius Hayward Jr., who that would have been the second interception by Mariota today. Rayshon Jenkins also in coverage. It stops the clock with 7:18 to go. Ball is at the 49 of the Chargers. They've got to get to the 37 of the Chargers, 36 of the Chargers, which Mariota is hustling towards and gets past and is going to go close to the 25 to the 26. They are in Daniel Carlson field goal range now. First down with 7 minutes to go in overtime. What I was trying to say was the 36-yard line of the Chargers was field goal range for the field goal range marker that the Raiders would feel comfortable in putting Daniel Carlson in. They actually tried to go for a 65-yarder at the end of the regulation, but at the end of regulation, but the long snapper fumbled it. Chargers, I think, called timeout here. Not sure. With 6:59 to go. Clock continues to move now. Ball at the 27, not the 26. Excuse me. So, you know where they have to get plus 10 yards. Mariota gives to Jacobs, who's actually feeling a bit of an injury, but has come back into this game after he had the injury to start overtime. Still had sustained it or maintained it, whatever you want to call it, in the third quarter, I believe. And he gets 2 yards there, put him to the 25-yard line. Overtime continuing to move. See how long the Raiders can bleed this clock. Mariota stepping up on a screen. Jacobs makes a move. Jacobs pushes. He got a first down. Raiders move the chains to, I think, the 17-yard line, and he made a big juke, too, to help. And what a rush by the Raiders, trying to find a way. They stalled the Chargers if they were to get the ball back on what would be their drive, taking a lot of time off the clock, but they might be able to win it on this drive. This has been the only drive of overtime. They're going to look at this again to see if he got the first down, but it looked like he did from that vantage point. The booth is going to look at this. So they have to go upstairs to New York City, and look at this to see if he got the first down. Again, it looked like he did. They're saying possibly short here, but Raiders not happy about that, but it's 3rd and 1. So Raiders can do a few things here. I don't think they should go for a tricky pass or try to get into the end zone to win it. I think they should kind of just work on the whole idea of let's bleed them dry. Let's bleed the clock dry. We want to score in this drive. We want to win the game on this drive, but we believe that we're strong enough that we can, and we have a good running back, that we can push the ball into the end zone. Through the marker here. Jacobs is dangerously far behind where Mariota is. Mariota gives to a fullback, first down. Ingold moves the chains. Was wondering why Jacobs was so far behind. A fullback rush for the Raiders. Ingold who gets it. And he moves the chains. I think the ball is at the 16-yard line here. Jacobs is back through. Back in the backfield. Mariota hands over to Jacobs. Jacobs pushing. First down. First and goal. First and goal, Raiders. Think it's going to be at the 5-yard line. The Raiders have taken this clock down really low, and they are also flexing their muscles to win the game in overtime. At the 4, actually. More like the 4.5, but still at the 4-yard line is where they are focusing. Here is a handoff to Jacobs. Jacobs a yard, maybe 2. It'll be second and goal. Twelfth play of this drive coming up. Excuse me. It's been a long game, so I'm kind of making sure my throat stays intact for this. Waller gets outside. Here is Jacobs falling. Oh, what happened there? That was a handoff by Mariota, and Jacobs kind of fell backwards. He wasn't even touched. He fell backwards, and then he got tackled. Third and goal, and then you get to that weird opportunity where it might be fourth and goal, and now the Chargers call timeout. Try to stop the clock. You get to a weird point. If they can't get in the end zone, it's third and goal. Do you go for the field goal to go up, or do you say we're going to get a touchdown here? And they show the field goal that went wide. You go for a touchdown here where you believe that you can get there. Where you believe you don't trust your defense. You believe you can get into the end zone on fourth down, and you'd rather come away with no points. Third and goal. Huge play. They get that voracious linebacker out there, 54, McMillan, I think, for the Chargers. Raiders have movement. Mariota gets outside. Mariota throws, deflected. And the clock is stopped, and I don't think you go for it here. I think you got to bring out Daniel Carlson. It's 4th and goal. He tried to go for Ingold, who would have had a real step to the end zone, and that was deflected. Mariota rolling his head up, and so does John Gruden. That was the chance they felt to end the game. They will bring in Daniel Carlson with 3:22 left in overtime. A 23-yard attempt. This to make it 27-24 in overtime. Carlson drains it. Raiders lead in overtime. 3:18 left in overtime. Chargers will have a chance to get a tie and win it. So I can't wait to come back to this game and see what the Chargers do. All right, let's see what happens. We're back. What a game. What a game this is. Raiders lead by 3. As we said, their first lead since being up 10-7 early in this game. I believe it was later in the first quarter. Chargers have had multitudes of leads. They'll have a chance now either tie it or win the game. A touchdown will win it. Field goal will tie it. No points means the Raiders win a game they really feel they want to. Kick out of the end zone. It'll be a touchback for the Chargers. Only one pass attempt by Herbert, but their running game kind of turned on later. The defense for the Raiders, which has struggled mightily in this game, has to come up big. Herbert under center. Justin Herbert signaling. Waiting, trying to go deep. Throwing short, incomplete. Tried to go to Parham, and it's second down. Second pass attempt since the fourth quarter, and it's the first of overtime for the Chargers. That took 6 seconds off the clock, but it stops the clock. 2nd and 10. Yeah, it's true. At the end of regulation, that was that last win. And Herbert's got time. He's going to air it out deep. Herbert throws it long. Will there be flags? Yes! It's against that corner Mullen, who keeps getting penalties. Yeah, that's like, why does he keep getting penalties? This is definite. He's just grabbing him the whole way. Here is Herbert. Herbert standing in there, gets hit. Herbert throws long and to the one. He gets a target right to the one. Is the same guy that he went to before. Not sure. He's been going there all day. Not sure the name, but he went there and he goes right to the 1 yard line. It's the same player that Mullen. Mullen gets shifted with safety help to the right side of the field, so I got to protect him. That's fine. I'm going to put my guy to the opposite side of the field because I don't care that you guys need help. He takes a hit, but he throws the ball, and it's 1st and goal. The Chargers can win it here. 27-24 in overtime, but the Chargers can win it. The rate in overtime, this went to overtime. The Raiders had a fantastic drive, but they couldn't punch it in, so they kicked the field goal to go up 27-24, but the Chargers can win it with a touchdown, and they just at the Charger 45 had a huge long ball shot to drawing a penalty, and then a big shot to the, I want to say the 2 yard line, not sure, maybe the 4. 1st and goal Chargers, and they can win it if they can get it into the end zone with 3 or 4 plays. Problem is, if they go on for 4th and goal and don't kick the field goal and don't get into the end zone, they'll lose the game. Here is Herbert. Herbert gonna go away. Herbert gonna try to run. Did not get to the line of scrimmage. And it'll be 2nd and goal. And a penalty flag comes out. Penalty flag comes out as he was trying to get lifted. We'll see if this is against the Raiders. And he got hit in the head by a guy that's well-disciplined, Kwiatkowski. Kwiatkowski not being disciplined might cost his team the game. And in a few weeks, we'll see if it cost his team a playoff spot. Kwiatkowski, who was a really disciplined player, was not disciplined there. He hit the quarterback, Herbert, right in the head with his own head. It wasn't as bad as the concussion, with the ex-Clemson player, but it's 1st and goal from the 1.5 yard line. Justin Herbert, handoff. Eckler stopped short. Not Eckler, excuse me, but one of the running backs stopped short of the line of scrimmage. Didn't even get close to the goal line. It's 2nd and goal. We're at the 2-minute warning of overtime. We got to go back to commercial, which sucks, but 1:58 left in overtime. The Raiders lead by 3. But they're back to the end zone, and if the Chargers score, they'll win. Everybody stay here. Don't go anywhere else. We got a game late here. Raiders really need this win, but they got to miraculously stop them at least twice, maybe 3 times. We'll see if the Chargers want to go kick a field goal on 4th and goal. If they get there, the Raiders can force that. That would tie it. Or if they're again on 4th and goal, if the Chargers go for it on 4th and goal and get in, they win. But if they don't get in, the Raiders win. It's 2nd and goal though here. On the 1 yard line. 2nd and goal. Here we go. Herbert to get in. Fumble. It's a fumble. Who's on it? Who's on it? We don't know. Waiting for the signal. Still waiting for the signal. No one has given official signal yet. Fumble into the end zone. What is the call? This is huge. Here we go. Because under 2 minutes, here's the ruling. Because under 2 minutes, only the player that fumbled the ball can go ahead and move the ball forward. It acts as a loss of down. It's 3rd and goal. It is 3rd and goal now from the 1 yard line. 1:48 to go. Raiders lead by 3, but if they give up a touchdown, they lose. 140 now. Chargers. Herbert. Into the end zone. Did he get there? To the 1 yard line. What's the call here? What's the call again? Chargers saying touchdown. Still don't have it call yet. Herbert saying he won the game. I'm not sure what the call is. I don't think he got in. That Justin Herbert said he got in. I don't think he did. The ball's in the end zone eventually, but did the knee go down? The referee has not signaled a touchdown yet. Herbert is saying he got in. The ball does go over the line eventually, but that knee looks like it might have gone down there. The call has not been signaled yet. I will alert you when the winner has been announced. Let's see. Herbert scores. Chargers win. The first win against an AFC West team in 2 seasons. Justin Herbert finally scores. The Chargers shock the Raiders in overtime. What a game. Los Angeles 30. Las Vegas 27. The Raiders thought they had the drive, but they couldn't get the touchdown, and the Chargers could. LA beats the Raiders, not necessarily, but it makes it harder. LA beats the Raiders 30-27, and the Chargers are in the playoff. Well, not for that, they're eliminated, but the Chargers beat the Raiders. Yeah, not good if you're a Raiders fan, but the Chargers win. I really don't think he actually got in, guys. That ball eventually hits the line, but I think I saw his knee go down first. But the ref said, yeah, it's a touchdown. So what a game. Chargers in overtime over the Raiders, 30-27. Okay, I'll see you guys on Saturday. Not really, because it's just the refs didn't look at it. The refs didn't immediately call a touchdown anyway, even though Herbert was screaming that it was touchdown first. It's just my vantage point, but everybody else said it was a touchdown, so I wouldn't RYS yet. Refs, you suck. I wouldn't do that. It wasn't very blatant, but I thought I saw that. Yeah, I'll see you guys on Saturday at noon Eastern and 9 p.m. Pacific, 9 a.m. Pacific, excuse me, in Knoxville, Tennessee, Texas A&M. Get ready for that. The Aggies and the Volunteers playing the final regular season game. Also going to be scoreboard watching a bunch of other games that affect Texas A&M's chance to get in the college football playoff. So I'll see you on Saturday in 2 days. Good night, everybody, and happy hockey, everybody.